Hello, students. In class, we have seen one case study regarding adaptability with time, and that was your Nokia versus Samsung, right? And this time, uh, we are taking in this video, we are seeing another case study, that is Yahoo versus Google. Okay. Now, as we see, just a second, students. Okay. It is as we have yes, as we have discussed in classroom, you should be adaptable when it comes to business, with respect to place as well as time. For place also, we have seen one example in class, and for as we just said, one case study, that was your Nokia versus Samsung, and now we are looking for Yahoo versus Google. And another case study also I'll be discussing in another video, that is going to be your Orkut versus Facebook. Okay. So the common in general 5 points why we should, always be uh, in hand. We should go in hand as the time changes. Okay. First is obviously the market changes. Another is technological advancement. You don't have that uh, 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 wired MTNL devices now, right? You have, all of you are having mobiles. So technology is changing. Market changes, as in, of course, the customer changes. Not only the customers, but the uh, all the resources, all the uh, way of any transaction, and the policies and regulatory changes, economic fluctuations are there, consumer feedbacks are there, because customers and consumers, as we have discussed, customers are uh, different and consumers are different. So there are many regulatory changes. There are uh, I don't know if I should say it aloud or not, but yes, there are, whenever the ruling party changes, that also affect the market. So uh, you should not become obsolete in the market. So market changes, how it affects. See, as consumer preferences and market conditions shift, businesses must adapt their products and services to meet new demands. Uh, this alpha generation, Gen Z generation, है ना? So millennials, we have seen uh, like how, because of the mindset of the customer, or the how they grow, and in what atmosphere, in what uh, surroundings they grow, it does affect what products they may like, what services they may like or not. So obviously these agility ensures continued relevance and competitiveness. Technological advancement, rapid technological innovations can disrupt industries. Companies that embrace and integrate new technologies can improve efficiency. They can enhance customer experience and stay ahead of competitors, right? Economic fluctuations, economic downturns and upswings require business to adjust their strategies. See, uh, in 2008, it was a recession, a big recession. We have already discussed this part also. Then there was this COVID period. It actually made a huge uh, it was a huge setback to the economy of the world, not only to India, or not anyway. It never happens that only one economy gets affected hugely. So yes, these downturns and upswings require businesses to adjust their strategies. Flexibility in operations and financial management helps mitigate the risks and capitalize on growth opportunities. So every product and every service must be aware of its SWOT analysis, strength, weakness. Because of strength, what are the opportunities uh, they are having, and due to weaknesses, what are the threats that they have to face. Okay. Regulatory changes, evolving regulations and policies impact business operations. Adaptive business can swiftly comply with new laws, avoiding legal issues and maintaining operational continuity. Now, consumer feedback is also obviously Atithi Devo Bhava, tasa Grahak Devo Bhava. So, regularly incorporating customer feedback into business practices allows companies to refine their offerings and improve satisfaction, fostering loyalty and attracting new customers. So, these are the main points on the basis of what you can write down case study for any particular given uh, products. Okay, so we are looking for Yahoo versus Google. uh, for Yahoo versus Google, you can see this is the November 14, December 14 and Jan 15. That is only 3 months statistics. Okay, and you can see in only these are the 3 months what statistics is given for Yahoo and for Binge and for Google. Okay, and yes, you can see how Google was far, far, far ahead than Yahoo, and why it happened basically. So let's get into that. First, I would like to show you the web pages. Now you might say, how does the web pages, only the front page is necessary to understand the overall market strategy? Yes, because the front pages also show a lot, also tell a lot about the products. So now let me just show you the same here. Now this is the Yahoo, this is for Yahoo. Okay, and this is for Google. Now see, Yahoo, it started with 1994. You can see I'll just zoom it in. So it was a very basic, this is something like HTML code for like in 8th and 9th standard students also go for such kind of web pages nowadays, right? So easily it is available for so many things. Now, next you can see 1995. They wanted to make it uh, more attractive. So they tried this one, then something like this, where exclamatory mark also entered. Uh, then the links, and what are those links mean? Okay, because email was a huge thing. Like, see, when even I remember when I was in my college days, and when email these email concepts started, and there used to be these cyber cafes. Okay, and then we used to go, and we used to when we used to open our inbox, and we used to get some greeting cards or some jokes or images, videos, and we used to think, wow, like this is something really funny, this is something really good. But only the for that matter, obviously we need to know the email ID of the other person. And once in a while we used to go for it. But its actual uh, Its actual use was, of course, to search the things easily and freely. So yes, you can see this different then features were like, okay, news were there, financial news were there, references, latest market news. In 1998, again the same pattern. Then Yahoo homepage in 2000, it was this way. You know, see. And then in 2004, it was a more sophisticated one. 2004, 2005, 2007, right? And so on till 2019. Fine. Then we have this Google search. It was again since 1997. See, you can see the drop down box. Then it was, this was a very, I guess you guys were that time not even born, you were not even born that time. It was, I'm feeling lucky was a thing. And Google, it started using this exclamatory mark also, which it was not here. Fine. See, they have said it here. Google has an exclamation point in 1998, and it was a beta version. Special searches, your email ID, then subscribe. See the features that they started adding. Okay. And by the way, Google had given the chance to Yahoo, like the proposal to Yahoo that Yahoo should buy Google, and Yahoo rejected it. We will come to it, of course. See the Google Doodle and then simple search page. Still, it is in a rectangular box. Okay. Then you can always see they started even advertising what is Google, what it does. It was here somewhere. I had seen it. Just a second, I'll show you. See about Google. Okay, when it started newly, it started telling it ki get Google updates monthly. Okay, then yes, you can go to this website and you can see how it started. Then Google Suggest, which is a big AI/ML use recommendation suggestions, you know. Then Google Instant. Then it bought YouTube. This is new Google logo, and then this is round text box. Okay, so now let's come back to the yes. So as home pages, you can see from the home pages also what all, uh, we can understand that how it is evolving. So yes, the very first point was embracing technological change. So about Yahoo, it founded in 1994. Initially, it thrived as a web directory and portal. However, Yahoo struggled to adapt to the changing technological landscape. Obviously, no? It lagged in adopting advanced search algorithms and missed the mobile and social media revolutions. Yahoo was never in our mobile. Basically, that time, of course, the Android was itself not invented. So of course, and neither Yahoo made any efforts to tie up with the Android. Okay. So this lack of technological adaptability contributed to its decline. While Google, it continuously innovated, developing products uh, beyond search, such as Gmail, Google Maps, Android, right? So there were many search algorithms focusing on page rank, relevancy. This adaptability to new technologies and market needs enabled Google to stay ahead in the tech industry. Now the next part is market responsiveness, acquisitions, and partnership. As I told you, in 1998, Yahoo refuses to buy Google for how many dollars? Only $1 million. Okay, I mean $1 million. Okay. In 2002, that is after 4 years, Yahoo realizes its mistakes and tries to buy Google for 3 billion. Google says no. Now Google was quite confident till in 4 years, and it gives us so they were demanding for 5 billion. Again, Yahoo said no. Now see, after 6 years, the completely different scenario or opposite scenario, that was now Yahoo needs to sell itself. So Yahoo refuses to be sold to Microsoft for $40 billion. And finally, in 2016, that is, it all started when in 1998. And 2000 means almost after 20 years, after 18 years, which is approximately 20 years, Yahoo sold for 4.6 billion to Verizon. So there was, you can understand what a big failure and what is the, how important this case study is for us to learn. So Yahoo was slow to respond to market shifts. For example, its decision to not acquire Google. Decisions are, whenever we are talking about decision making now, it is not always about right or wrong, but most of the time, it is always about at the right time or at the wrong time, or to miss that right time. So in its early years and its delayed entry into social media and mobile advertising resulted in missed opportunities and a weakened market position. About Google, yes, it has been highly responsive to market trends and user needs. So for instance, the acquisition of YouTube in 2006 and the launch of Google AdWords were great strategic moves that addressed emerging digital advertising trends and user demands for video content. Okay. Then next is business model evolution, of course. So business model in case of Yahoo, it was only on advertising through its portal and directory services. But देखो Google कहाँ पहुंचा था, into cloud computing, AI, ML, hardware, everything. So of course Yahoo struggled to pivot and adapt its business model to new trends like digital advertising, cloud servicing. At the same time, Google's diversification helped it tap into new revenue streams. As I always say, where does the revenue come from for Google? From the ads. So, and mitigate risks associated with relying on a single business model. अगर वो सिर्फ, if it was about to only remain there for कि भाई ठीक है, if user subscription, then it would have not gone ahead. Now the fourth one, that is strategic vision. What happens with Yahoo? So it was, see, उस दिन ही मैंने that day only I had told you कि leadership is a very strong reason for any entrepreneurship or any business or any venture to get succeeded. So its vision has to be very clear. If you remember, we had C, having a clear vision. Do you remember this chapter? And also, I had shown you what happens if you are not clear with your vision, and if there is some uh, if there are different visions of different people, see, either you stay stagnant or it may break the whole venture. But at the same time, if you are crystal clear in your vision, you just go a long way, right? Same thing we can see here. Sorry. Strategic vision. In Yahoo, there were different leaderships. Its lack of cohesive strategy led to inconsistent decision making and missed opportunities. For example, Yahoo's focus on maintaining its portal business limited its growth potential in other areas. At the same time, look at Google. Their co-founders, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, uh, sorry if I have pronounced them wrongly, but anyway, so these were the co-founders, and they had a clear strategic vision of making information universally accessible. This vision guided their decisions and adaptations, such as expanding into new markets and investing in future technologies. Okay. Last but not the least, that is user experience and innovation. Of course, as we said, customers, ग्राहक देवो भवो, उनको पसंद है तो सब कुछ चलता है। फिर सेल्फी मैंने ले ली है वाली पूजा भी चलती है, और ही भी चलता है, और सब कुछ चलता है। ठीक है, व्हाट यूजर से फिर टिकटॉक भी चलता है। एवरीथिंग इज सक्सेसफुल if users like it. So like I had given you examples, but obviously Google is having more quality products, services. So obviously Google to chalega hi. So Google has consistently prioritized user experience, investing in innovations such as faster search algorithms, intuitive interfaces, and integrated services. This commitment to enhancing user experience has kept Google at the forefront of the tech industry. In case of Yahoo, bad luck. Bad luck as in, no, they didn't work for the user engagement. So user experience and innovation lagged behind. Its portal approach became outdated, and its failure to innovate and improve user interfaces led to decreased user engagement and relevance in a competitive market. So it was a bad choice, not bad luck. So here ends our another case study, that is Yahoo versus Google. Nokia and Samsung, I have taught you in class, but in the next video, I'll be uploading that video, Nokia versus Samsung also, and Orkut versus Facebook. For that, one more video will be there. Okay. Okay. Till then, take care.